Okay guys, so this is part 2. If you watched the first video, I spoke about Soapmaker's Friend, and this is video 2 where I am kind of showing you how I guess you could call it master batch, quite a few batches that I plan on making for the week. Now, I don't make hundreds upon hundreds of bars each week, but if you're one that you have a small soap business, you might want to make, I don't know, 4 to 10 to 12 batches of soap, consecutively in a few days. This is how I pre-measure and do all of heating up my oils, getting it all ready to go, so that way when I go to soap, it is ready for me to do so. Now, a quick rewind on the Soapmaker's Friend. When we were going down the list and talking about the notes section, I wanted to show you, once you print it out, what that notes section looks like. Now, for me, what I usually put is the date made, ready on, how many bars, weight of each bar. And I do that because, one, I want to know what is the cure date, what is the weight, how many bars. So I might get my labels ready ahead of time. And I know that the bar might shrink in weight a little bit, but basically it stays the same. So, and usually on my labels, I will put the approximate weight. So anyways, on the notes section, it shows up at the very top. So this is the regular mold. So I'm making a little bit of a bigger batch, but in here, right there, it shows up, which makes it super helpful. It's at the top, and I printed out 6 of these. So now I'm gonna kind of show you my setup and how I get everything ready to go. So let me flip my camera around and we'll go from there. So here's my setup. These are all my ingredients. I got my beef tallow, olive oil, all of the things, right? And here are the containers. These are, found at Dollar Tree. But so what I'll do is basically take the beef tallow, put it on my scale, measure the beef tallow, put this over here. Go to the second one, measure the beef tallow. That way, the whole recipe, I have one ingredient opened. I'm measuring that one ingredient per time, and when I get all of the 6 containers over here, I come back, I put the beef tallow away, and I bring all of these containers right here, line them up, and then I do the next batch. And that is how I master batch. This is enough for 6. I printed out 6 of these, and then we'll kind of go from there. All right, guys, so I'm getting ready to measure, but I wanted to tell you, as I do each ingredient, I do highlight it off. So when I have this ready, I get all of the spoons I might need and my knife for my cocoa butter and a highlighter, put my gloves on. I'm gonna start measuring my beef tallow and move it over, and you guys are gonna see this in fast time, but I am about to measure out 6 jugs of soap oils. Here we go. Okay guys, so that was 6 containers full of oils. So now what I'm going to do is, I'll show you what it looks like, but I'm going to heat each one in the microwave on probably 4 to 5 minutes on 60% power, and then stir it. So basically what I'm doing is melting my oils. So I'm going to show you what this looks like, and then I am going to melt them all, and yeah, and I'll show you what that looks like when I'm done. So I wanted to let you know that took probably like 40 minutes, about 40 minutes to measure out 6 buckets of oils. So not too bad, but I like it how I don't get confused. Everything is the same weight for 6 of them. And then when I bring it back over, I put it away, because there has been times when I haven't done this way and somebody will come in and like, Mom, da 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 da. And I'm like, where was I? Did I just use that container? Did I put the olive oil in that one? Has it? So I just learned to do it this way. I don't get confused. Everything is the same weight. Then bring it back over and start the next one. So here's what it looks like in the containers. Okay, so there we go. And there they are, all in there, ready to melt. Wave it goes. So what I'll do is put in time cook, 555, power level, let's do 50% power, and start. And they're just going to melt. Okay guys, so this is after 5 minutes on 50% power. We still have probably the cocoa butter chunks, but I'm just going to leave this. It'll sit in the warm oils and probably melt down within the next half an hour as I melt the rest. Let's check a temperature. 136 degrees. So this is why I pre-batch as well, because I like to soap about 70 degrees. I soap room temperature. So this is going to cool and eventually get to room temperature. So I'm going to let this sit on the counter while I melt the rest. And after it's all done, we'll go back to number 1, which is this one, and see if those are melted. This is after I've heated up all the rest, and you can see this is pretty soft. You can probably break these pieces up, stir it around right there. Let's see the temperature. Down to 104. So what I'm going to do now is cover each one of these. And for each one, I am going to fold one of these on top, so that way this week when I go to make soap, I can grab my paper to record what I'm doing and all my measurements and start making batches of soap. Guys, I hope this was helpful. Please subscribe to my channel. There's going to be soap making videos. I have a whole bunch of stuff planned, but please subscribe, hit that notification bell when I put in a new video, and leave some comments below. I'd love to read the comments and see what you guys have to say and whatever you guys are doing. You know, everybody can learn something new every day. So I hope this was helpful. You guys take care. Until the next video. See you later.